Hey, we are back.
What did you realize?
Got better cameras.
Like I had really long hair and I had like stubble on my face.
Your hair was so long?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, there was a fuckability factor was off the Richter skills, bro. You had my blood sister calling me asking about you and your life, and I was like, I'm not gonna hook you up with my friend Jesse. And she was like, oh. Anyways, hey everybody. Welcome to the Bitcoin podcast. I'm the host that talks first, usually.
Season 2.
Season 2,
host 2. I'm Corey. Like that?
Whoa, do that again.
Autofocus.
Whoa.
We got a new camera.
Let me try this shit.
You gotta get a good camera. I got a good camera. Y'all don't.
Oh, I want a good camera. Anyways, hey, yeah, season 2, episode 1. The first season was 400 episodes long. And let me tell you something. If you're into binge listening or watching, you're going to want to hit play and just let it ride.
There might only be 2 people in existence that have listened to all of our episodes. Joe, and I would say maybe Wayne.
Yeah, like
that's probably it. I haven't even listened to all of our episodes. I made them.
So, you know, we're back after a long break with some big crypto news. You know,
let's have a good camera.
We couldn't say, oh, he's got a much better situation than I do as well. Sorry. So while I've been away, there's a lot that's happening in Bitcoin, game-changing tech, surprising regulatory moves like we all didn't think that could happen. We're gonna go through some of that, you know, unpack it a little bit. There's been some reshaping, if you will, of the crypto landscape since we stopped recording the Bitcoin podcast in 2023. In season 1, we left you with a cliffhanger. Blah, Inception, blah. And there's been some advancements. There's been some things that have happened, right? So we're just gonna kind of go into that. You know, let's see if we could just sum it up real quick so the audience knows what they're getting into. So, the Lightning Network is a thing. It was a thing before we stopped recording. It's still a thing, and that's about as much as we could say about it, right? It's just a thing. But we're going to go into detail. Also, there is like new regulatory framework, right? Like that we can all operate on that has happened in the United States that caused some huge ripples. So we're going to talk about that. What's legal, what's not legal. We're going to talk about the countries that made it legal tender or not. What else are we going to talk about?
I just got some major milestones here using Sweet AI and its search capabilities because the script writing that we did sucks. So we're gonna do a little better.
That's not true. It's just it doesn't suck. It licks. Not
yeah. Price movement. We'll talk about price a little bit in terms of where it was and where it is today. Some major milestones. 4th Bitcoin happened in April of the 2 last year. Institutional adoption through Bitcoin ETFs. Mining industry developments. Regulatory environment. That's a big one, I'd say, especially since our new administration. Long-term investor behavior and some supply dynamics.
That is not me.
That's a full list of things. You guys didn't introduce yourselves, I don't think. Well, I said on the host talks first.
Host number 2. I did this.
Oh yeah. Host number 3, and then.
But do it in the other camera. Do it like you did. Host number 3. Switch it.
Okay. Host number 3. Click on the drop down.
This was not 3.
There you go.
Why do you 3 like that? You're not German.
What is the Ninja Turtle 3? Why is it just Ninja Turtle 3? What is that?
What do you mean? How do you guys put up a 3?
I go like this.
What?
I don't do that.
Yeah, like baseball.
So you're telling me we all do different 3s?
Look what happens when I do that.
Look at my jank fingers from jiu-jitsu. Broken fingers.
Like this is my 3. Looking like the aliens from Independence Day.
All right.
Welcome to Earth. No. It's a great movie, by the way. Independence Day, if you haven't seen it, came out in 1995, starring Will Smith. Spoiler alert, the aliens lose. So let's talk about the Lightning Network. I remember at one time the Lightning Network would get my pants rather tight. I was like, oh, this is obviously the payments. We've got to figure it out now, right? If we want to be a store of value and a medium of exchange. And what's the last one? Store of value, medium of exchange, unit of account.
Unit of account.
Right? This helps with the medium of exchange part. We can have payments be on Bitcoin because, you know, for a while there, the transaction fees were out of this world. People are like, I'm not paying $30 to buy some sushi. Like, what are you, crazy? You Bitcoin guys are crazy. And then this really fast talking guy, I forget his name, came up with the Lightning Network. You remember that guy, Corey? Like a super fast talker.
No, it's been so long.
Black guy that wears glasses, smokes a lot.
Roast beef?
anything is possible. So, anyways, he came up with the Lightning Network.
He had a very African name.
Yeah, super African.
Bolt Labs, I believe. His username is roast beef. Friends with Stephen Mackey.
Yep.
No.
And years later, here we are, the state of the Lightning Network in 2025.
Alalua
We're looking
Osun Token. Roast beef on X.
Who is that?
You said that so wrong that some of the viewers might think that you said it wrong.
I'm not African.
Maliciously. They're going to say, like, he's never allowed to say African names again.
Back to alienating decks of people like we started out doing on the Bitcoin podcast.
Yeah, let's get back to what we did. That was well. No, okay. So, I mean, we're looking at some data here. I mean...
Yeah, so the script we have, if I want to look at a script, it talks about...
you can't tell people that we have a script.
Yeah, we write scripts now. We just don't necessarily use them. Let's see. Lightning Network went from being this cool concept we discussed over beers to a full-blown game changer. We're talking millions of transactions a day, guys. It's lightning fast, and the impact has been huge.
Oh, word?
Yeah, so, like, I mean, come on. It didn't make that much of a difference. These are good, but, like, I think I've even seen posts on Twitter, now called X, by the way, basically saying it's a dead project. It's not going to work. All right, I'll talk normal. Let's see. And the best part, all of this is happening on top of Bitcoin. We're not talking about some new altcoin or token. This is Bitcoin evolving, adapting, becoming what we always hoped it could be, a practical, everyday currency. This didn't happen. What is this script talking about? Like,
I mean... I tried my best to write that script with AI help.
Nice try, guys.
Okay. And I asked you guys a lot to read over the script, and I got thumbs up emojis.
Yeah.
And I
didn't do that.